In a functioning civil society, in where you have multiple cultures, and then there are multiple subcultures in a culture. So you can't, as you said initially, that Palestinians, as a default, not all are Muslims. There's a subcategories of people there. In a functioning civil society, how, and from that point of view, why to have a civil dialogue with all the sides on the table is a challenge?
Yes. Look, there have been efforts to bring the parties to the table in the past, and sometimes you go back and you look at the efforts that were done to do that. There were always challenges in bringing the two parties to the same side, to the negotiation table, and ideally that's what we should do. If a random country like Norway can kick off the Oslo Accords, which gave a lot of people hope at the very beginning, until the Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin was assassinated by a Jewish extremist called Yigal Amir, which sort of set that back a long time, the process a long time. So it's not as if this hasn't been tried before. It just needs to be done in a way of good faith. All throughout the negotiation process, when they were happening in the past, you had more territory being expanded on and settlements being expanded within what is supposed to be the Palestinian state. So already that, and then plus you have groups like the Nachalah movement headed by Daniela Weiss, who is on record stating that she worked with Ariel Sharon to plan the Jewish communities in such a way that there will be no option for a Palestinian state. So you have those elements of extremism that occur on both sides. However, we're aware of one side's extremism, but have very little information, or we don't really hear about the other side's extremism, which calls for a solution that is Nile to the Euphrates, forget river to the sea, that continuously advocates for the statelessness of Palestinians, or as a solution to just dump them somewhere else, as if we could go to any of the other Arab countries. I mean, how would Australians feel if we said, oh, indigenous people have had this land for thousands of years, therefore they should be the demographic majority, and we're going to expel all you guys, and if you don't like it, you can go to Canada, you can go to England. We're not English. We're not Canadian, we're Australian here. We belong here together. No solution can be a solution if it requires anyone, whether they're Jewish or Palestinian, from having to be kicked out of the land. So that's where I was going with that.
Thank you. Yeah.